Hey everybody, welcome back. Movie review time, where we geek out about a movie we just saw, and we just saw Parasite. This is going to be our spoilers review. We are definitely going to talk spoilers. We might even jump right to the end as soon as we're ready, but you got a second to click out here. We're not going to do that thing where we say spoilers and immediately ruin something. We have a little bit of a spiel, so just go ahead and click out onto the video. If you have seen the movie though, we still recommend you watching our no spoiler review because that's more of our actual review. This is just more a few little detail specific things we want to talk about. You can also get more movie reviews, more movie madness faster than I get it to YouTube by checking out the Stardust app where we do 30-second reviews and reactions, things like that. Or you can check out my Patreon where I do all kinds of movie reviews and a bunch of Oscar stuff over there as well. Video game Let's Plays, a whole bunch more. Find all that by looking up TheEricButts or using the links in the description below. We don't consider ourselves film critics or reviewers. We just like movies. We like to talk about them. We like to geek out about them. Because I know when I see an awesome movie, or any movie really, at the theater, after I get my reviews done, one of the first things I like to do is go home and just watch other people talk about it. You know, and sometimes yell at the screen as if they can hear me about how wrong they are. You laugh, but that's real.
I could say something, but I'm not going to.
No. Is there anything else in my spiel? I feel like there's one other bit. I did the Patreon, I did the things. No, I guess that's it.
Yeah, so
all right.
Spoilers.
And then just in case you didn't watch our no spoiler review, in all fairness, it's Monday. We watched it back on Saturday, 4K digital, which looked fantastic, by the way. But yeah, so we're just trying to catch up. I figure we try to do the car reviews for all the best pictures at least. We'll see what else happens. All right, so spoilers.
So when that thing took over his hand, and
yeah, then the zombies invaded. I know. Actually, you kind of took the joke I said during the movie, or said at some point after the movie or something.
Yeah, I'm surprised it took you that long to make that joke.
Well, because the movie was so goddamn good, I was thoroughly engaged. I didn't really want to talk. So
yeah.
But yeah, just most memorable moment is maybe when their basement place is flooding and the toilet is just spewing shit water everywhere.
Oh yeah.
That really stood out to me, and her just sitting on top of it smoking a shit water cigarette and looking at her phone. Oh, the ending though, man. Again, spoilers. I need to not fall off frame, but spoilers for sure.
Yeah.
Whoa, man. And I guess it's not even the ending because
it's like there is a major plot twist about halfway through the movie.
The other shoe drops.
And because it turns out the family that was basically worming their way into the poor family worming their way into the rich person's family were the only ones up to some shady shit.
Yeah, man, it just escalated and exploded and got real violent. Brief, but real fucking violent. Yeah. In a way, of course, I adored. And I even even the way the dad just lost it when he saw the guy trying to get the keys out from under the dead killer guy, and he's just like, ew, it stinks. And it's like,
I mean,
he goes over and stabs him because his daughter's dying and shit. I mean, it was just chaos, and it was awesome chaos.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the actual drama at the end, it would have been almost farcical.
Yeah, I can understand where you're coming from with that.
Yeah.
But I just loved that. That was so cool. Did you have more on that? Or, I mean, we'll probably come back around to it.
Well, it's just, because it's almost, so just to stop tiptoeing around it, is one night, the cats are away, the mice decide to play.
Well, obviously, this is where I was kind of going too, because I was going to say the one spoiler that I was thinking you would follow me on, but you weren't remembering. Yeah. That we were saying, like, the one thing that's probably a human characteristic and not a plot flaw. But why did they let the maid in? So that's what since you're going to it.
Well, first of all, if you're running a con like that, no parties at the house.
That was their first mistake.
Secondly, when the old caretaker shows up, the new caretaker is like, I don't know who you are. You tell me what you need, I go find it and I'll bring it out to you. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been, because letting her in the house was definitely the mistake.
You look kind of cray-cray,
Yeah, right. And then and like the tension too of her disappearing into the basement, and it's been a while.
Yeah.
And they aren't hearing anything. You you go check, go see what's going on. Like, it was tense, man.
Yeah.
And then she's like the kind of the realistic hilarity of how she finds her like squatted between these two like shelf and a wall trying to push the damn shelf. Like, and you're just like, the hell is going on? Which, of course, devolves into the awesome underground bunker that our house is going to have. And, I mean, I want it. I'm sure we won't, but at least as far as y'all know. And then like she's been sneaking her husband down there. It's like keeping her husband, not sneaking him,
Yeah,
but keeping
for
her
like
husband
4
down.
years.
Yeah, that shit was just nuts, man. Mm-hmm. And he had a nice place to live down there. That was almost better. It was probably better than the family had, quite honestly. Another fun thing I noticed too, apparently some people in South Korea got a little bit extra out of this because the gentleman that played the father of the poor family is like known as a legendary actor over there, and the son in the poor family.
I was thinking I've seen him before.
Okay.
He looks kind of familiar.
Well, the son is like one of his first things ever, so that scene where the son is teaching the father how to act plays apparently even funnier to South Koreans because
they are actual father and son.
I don't think they're actual father. It's just more of the
okay.
Here
I
is this
misunderstood
new actor teaching the veteran actor how to act. So I read a comment somewhere that like that's funny. That's extra funny for South Koreans that know that.
I'm pretty sure I've seen this guy before. I wonder if he's done some American movies too.
It's very possible. Apparently he's very well regarded. But I think again the casting was great everywhere because even like the rich mom, like you bought her. Like she was kind of a ditz and was kind of aloof, but not in a way that was stereotype or cartoony. Like it felt real and you actually cared about her.
Like not too stupid to live ditz.
Right.
That particular stereotype I find out kind of annoying.
Not Chris Hemsworth in Ghostbusters 2016.
Yeah. Oh my God. That was too stupid to live.
But it was funny. But not as clever as this was, because Parasite was definitely super fucking clever. Yeah. And even just the way they all weaved their way into the family was really, really great. You know, I just thought all that stuff was so much fun, and that the kid was reading the girl's diary to help her fall in love with them, and he was gonna like try to marry her and start fantasizing about owning the house. And I'm like, whoa. Hold on, guys. Get a little ahead of yourself.
Yeah.
And the scene with the rich parents on the couch, where they're all hiding under the table, and the kid's out there, is just already a great scene. But my God, the nipple thing is hilarious.
Because it's like, that's weirdly specific.
Yeah, like, can you go clockwise? Like, okay. But then once you get past that, I have to admit, I found that scene actually quite erotic. I was rather turned on by that. I was like, yeah, all right, I like it. Mary's like, we need to get silk pajamas. I'm condensing a conversation we had, but yeah, I looked at some, but that was
Pajamagram.
Pajamagram?
Yeah, that's a company.
But yeah, I thought that whole scene was really, really fun. I love the concept of the Morse code going on and the lights all that time, and the reveal that those weren't motion activated lights up the stairs. It was the dude doing it all these years. Like, that's weird but awesome. Like, you can buy it. It's really batshit, but it's just believable enough.
Although I wonder how that initial thing is just like did they ask to install motion lights, and then, or did they just assume that the maid did, or the housekeeper did? I was like, how does this get started?
Well, he was there before that family moved in, so he might have been doing it from when they bought the house onward. Because remember, he was there with the original owners, but then when the new owners came in, she hid him down there.
Oh,
okay. Is what I seem to recall. It has been a couple of days in a lot more movies, though. So
yeah.
But still, I thought that was really, really fun, and just the ideas too, the dichotomy.
Oh, and because the kid has the little psychotic break because he scared him by just the eyes of the
like the ghost in the house that he thought he saw a ghost. That was really cool. Like the mom bought into, that was his trauma, so that was really fun.
Yeah, he's got so much more trauma now.
Yeah, he's got some real trauma now too, and that was real too, but also aggravating, but in a real way. When the poor sister gets stabbed at the party, and the kid faints because of it, and the rich family is like, they don't give a fuck that this girl is there dying, bleeding, that they've come to know. It's like, our son fainted.
Well, no. They're not thinking of it as he fainted. It's like, oh shit, he's had another seizure.
Oh yeah. But still, I think that's kind of neat too. Just that's like, fuck everybody else. Our son needs the help, Yeah. Which also kind of set the guy up.
Again.
I said it was real.
If you're a parent.
Yeah. No, it just caught me, but I was just saying, I understand it was, and I get that it was real. I do like at the end, because I thought it was interesting. The guy was like, they had the fantasy of him buying the house out and everything and seeing his dad. And for a minute you're thinking that's what happened. But the whole time that's happened, and so that's why I'm glad they showed that was apparently him having a vision of what he wanted his future to be. Because the whole time that's happening, I'm like, bro, you barely aged. If it was that easy for you to go make that kind of money to buy that house, why didn't you just do that to begin with instead of all the scams? So I was like, oh, it's just his imagining it, I guess.
Yeah.
So that was actually really cool. I liked that. Smelled like boiled radishes, apparently, the father did. And I like that she's just sitting back there with her bare feet up on the seats and everything, and complaining about his smell. I was like, yeah, okay. But I know what I was going to get to is like the juxtaposition, the idea of like how the rich who live up on the hill and it rains, they're like, oh, it's beautiful. The rain is so beautiful. But at the same time, the poor people living down in the valleys, it's like, this is destruction and death for us. So I mean, just the way it kind of looked at both sides of the coin that way, I thought were pretty interesting. Oh, we're getting big fluffy snowflakes. It's getting pretty out. But yeah, no, Parasite was just awesome.
Yeah, no, like I said, I really enjoyed it. That's one I would definitely want to rewatch.
Did it get cinematography too? You can go ahead.
But
because it was beautifully shot.
Yeah, and like I said, and like it's just everybody's engaging. Again, there's no real plot holes other than people doing stupid things who would do them in real life. I mean, it's easily believable.
Yeah.
Because you're going like, oh, they're going to be out of the house for a couple of days. We'll just, have a little bit of fun. Although, if I was in the keg, you have not thought this through on so many levels. First of all, you're drinking a shit ton of alcohol. The food would be easier to replace, I think. But
yeah, that is one issue too. Is like, how did nobody smell any of that alcohol? Especially after he like knocked all that shit off, and he knocked over some bottles in the floors. Like that would reek for a few days. So, but again, that's like the one fallacy maybe in the entire movie, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And no, it did not have cinematography, but it's a gorgeous movie, so I would have given it some cinematography. I'll give it some cinematography all day. I don't know what I'm doing. And but I do think it's a lock for foreign picture. Now again, I don't think it's going to release where I can see it in time to see Les Mis or Corpus Christi, so I can't judge it against that, which I think is a bullshit thing with the Oscars. Things need to be available in some way, shape, or form.
Well, the thing is, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
No, I'm not
to you. It has to be available to the people who actually vote.
Yeah, but even that, like,
and they get their own copies.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I think for the general, again, it's not about the general public, but that's a rule I wish was changed. It's like it doesn't necessarily have to be on home video or anything like that, but it needs to be available somewhere within the time frame for people to watch it, even if it's like a one-time screening or something like the Regal Pass kind of stuff. Because it bums me out that there's these things that just have never played where I can see them before the Oscars happen. But anyways, of the three I've seen, Pain and Glory is really good. Honeyland is pretty good, but this should absolutely take Best Foreign Picture. I can't imagine anything beating that. So that's my thoughts on that.
Okay.
What do you think, this or Honeyland?
I already said this blows Honeyland out of the water.
I just wanted to hear you say it again.
I mean, Honeyland was kind of interesting, but at the same time, I'm like,
also a little
is this a documentary?
It is weird that Honeyland is in Best Documentary and Best Foreign Feature. I do find that kind of strange, but...
Foreign film or foreign language?
Yeah. I think it's called International Picture now. I forget what the actual category is called now, but you know what we mean.
Did they change it after the, was it Ugandan movie got nixed because it was in English? And they're going like, we speak English here! Possibly.
Yeah, that might be why they changed that. Yeah, good point. But yeah, you got anything else on Parasite? Because I mean, it's just excellent, man. Just everything about it. It's just awesome. Yeah,
no, it's I would not be upset at all if it went.
No, me either. I mean, I do think 1917, but again, if Parasite takes it, or if Jojo Rabbit takes it, I'm good with those. I'm not going to be upset about it. It's not like last year. Well, no, it is like last year. I was going to say, it's not like last year where Green Book won and we're all like, what the fuck? Because Green Book is really good, but I'm not even sure Green Book was nomination good. But it definitely wasn't winner good over stuff like A Star Is Born and Bohemian Rhapsody. But they split the vote, yeah. And I'm thinking, oh my God, like what if like we end up in that situation again and Little Women wins or something? Because I'd be kind of upset if Little Women won, because it's a good movie, but it ain't winning material.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's my thoughts on all of that. People are loving my Instagram posts, apparently. So, cool. Anything else?
Nope.
Parasite?
Love it.
Parasite 2?
No, this should be a one and done.
Yeah, no, it's a one and done. I was just trying to think, is there even a way to make a Parasite 2? And who was the parasite? I know the family was kind of leeching off the other family, but then that family was leeching off those families, and those families were leeching off the backs. Everybody's a parasite. You're a parasite. I'm a parasite.
Anywho.
Who's a quadasite? Yeah, we're leaving on that. Comment below, let us know, what did you think about this movie? What's your favorite part of Parasite? What are your rankings for the Oscars of any category? What have you seen as well? If you've only seen one movie, and then you go around being like, that's gotta win, your opinion's not valid. I'm sorry, but it's not valid. You have to have seen at least a few of the things, you know, like one or two. If there's 5 nominees, you have to have at least seen 2 things. If there's 9 nominees, you have to have at least seen 3 things, you know, for your opinion to start actually being valid. If you've only seen one movie and you're like, that's gonna be the winner, like, you know, if you've only seen Joker and you're going on and on about how that needs to win it all, you don't know what you're talking about.
Good at guessing who's going to win.
That's a different game, which we also do on our live stream. We do it like a basketball pool. We all figure that out beforehand.
And that was without watching most of the movies. It's going like, yeah, this is what I've been hearing getting the buzz, so it's probably going to be this.
Which is also why we really, I know we were busy this year, which is why, because I was going to try and do this, but obviously I was way too busy with vacation, Star Wars, all that stuff. But the Golden Globes, we really need to watch the Golden Globe nominations for films, because that'll save us a lot of work once the Oscar nominations come out. Because we would have been through half of these by the time the Oscar nominations were already out, instead of rushing to get them all done in a short time.
Well, stop getting busy then.
Never. Getting busy is priority, baby. All right, anyways, comment below, let us know. We love hearing what you have to say, even if you've only seen the one movie. I don't give a crap, just comment. I give a crap about you cool folks. I don't know. I felt it happening. Click that thumbs up button, give us that good old thumb of encouragement, as we do love to be encouraged. Check out the Stardust app, check out my Patreon, look up the Eric Butts, use the Eric Butts links in the description below. Going once, going twice, going 3 times nice. And now we're gonna get out of here so we can go watch some more stuff. We can talk about it later, and we will see you all, Micro Machines. Later. Bye.